Remember that when I'm down to bare naked me, that I'm still in no makeup, no hair weave, no nothing. That I'm still the best me. And that I'm still the confident me. And that I'm worth everything. Hello again to all my curvy fashion forward dolls, and welcome to another, you guessed it, KOKOS Couture Closet. If you are new to my channel, hi Lookbook. Thank you for stopping by. I would love for you to stick around and become a member of KOKOS Closet. We have a lot of space for you, yes. So, this KOKOS Closet, if you notice I'm on a different angle than I'm usually on, you usually can see my vanity table in the backdrop. But today is a very special KOKOS Couture Closet. I'm going to glam up, beat my face, everything. Usually I do this off camera because I'm going to be recording some more reviews, product reviews and vlogs today and everything. But I decided that I wanted to try something a little different and have a little girl chit chat with you. I've been getting nonstop emails, responses to my blog, responses to my YouTube channel, my Instagram and my Facebook, all asking me about self-esteem. KoKo, you know, where do you pull your self-esteem from? Oh, I wish I had the self-esteem to wear that, or to, you know, dress this way, or to you know, to present myself a certain way. How do you do it? You know, what tips and advice can you give on for plus size women and confidence and everything like that? So I decided that, and these were coming before I even became part of the YouTube community, before I had even started my blog on Wix, and with that, it's actually part of the reason that I started it, because I was getting so much positive feedback on my fashion, so much positive feedback on the way that I carry myself, that I wanted to share, you know, that with you guys. This is going to be a woman to woman. That's what I'm calling this series on my YouTube, woman to woman plus size edition. And why I do that, why I talk to you guys on self-esteem, I'm also going to glam up, put my makeup on, because I am doing a few YouTube videos today, as well as taking some pictures for my Instagram page. I'm sorry, you guys, I am extremely parched. Oh, thank you for allowing me to do that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Woman to woman chat, plus size edition. And if you just like plus size clothes, or you just like plus size women in general, either way, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not wearing anything special. I know I usually show you guys what I'm wearing, but I actually just have on some black shorts from Forever 21. They were on sale. And this top, now it's a bodysuit, so all you can see is 99 problems, but underneath it say, but my ass ain't one. So, which is not a problem for me. If it's a problem for some, get over yourself, but it's not a problem for me. So, my face is very dry, very, you know, I have not done anything to my face but washed it and moisturized it. So, without further ado, let's talk confidence, ladies. So I'm going to go ahead and prep, and I'm going to put my bonnet on. So I just figure, what better time to talk about confidence than me looking like a inside out Reese cup right now, you know, with my blonde wig on. So let's do it. So again, I'm going to just bonnet up, because I have already laid my wig. Now, a lot of people have asked me, you know, so again, I'm barefaced KoKo. This is KoKo barefaced. And so I'm going to be talking while I am looking into my mirror. $20 on Amazon. And my selfie ring light, which is, I think it was like $10. So, again, let's talk confidence. So, a little bit about me in case you haven't, you know, done the whole Who is KoKo video, blah, blah, blah. I am 29 years old right now. When I first started, I was 28, and it was right around my 29th birthday. I'm going to start with my brows. I use NYX eyebrow pencil in SPE 931 black brown to do my eyebrows. I don't like dark eyebrows, black period, because it's too harsh. I'm already dark. I don't want big dark eyebrows. So I use, not that I don't love being dark. Shout out to all the dark skinned women, honey. Winning. But anyway, I'm going to be using this, and I'm also going to be using my no, I'm not going to use that. Now, I usually use my NYX Gotcha Covered concealer to even my brows once I, finish stenciling them. But I use this for work because I don't do a whole face for work. I just do my brows, my lips, and my lashes, and I go. So I try to use something that's my skin color. But I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Chestnut. So this is what it looks like, in case you guys, which everybody by now knows what LA Girl Pro Concealer looks like. So, and I just use, my brushes, and that's how I go. So, confidence. Where do I begin? Okay. My personal confidence. As I said on my videos, plus size fashion has just taken off within the last 3 to 5 years. There was not always all these boutiques that sell plus size clothes, all of these, Chinese manufacturers that sell plus size clothes. Fashion was very narrow-minded when it came to plus size clothes. If you wanted something really pretty plus size, you would have to go to Ashley Stewart or Lane Bryant. And I lived for Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant, as I got older, as I got into my 20s. But in my teens, I wanted to dress like, be in with the in crowd, whatever. And so, but still have my own flair to it. And so I felt like Ashley Stewart, at the time of my age, which now I live for some Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant, especially Lane Bryant bras. Shout out to them. But at that time, I was not mature to that level in my fashion. I was still very teeny, as far as my fashion went. And so, a lot of times I would find myself attempting to squeeze into clothes where I was an extra large 1X. These clothes were like larges, you know what I'm saying? So I would, so I can wear my Donna Karan, so I can wear what other designers am I trying to think of? So I can have my Coogee dress on, you know what I'm saying? So I can have my Nike outfit, so I can have my Adidas outfit. Now these companies are making plus sizes, and some of them still are not. But at the time, they were not. And so a lot of times I found myself squeezing into clothes so that they would fit. Now, because I'm top heavy and bottom heavy and just heavy all around, it always came with mixed reviews. I would have the certain guys that would be like, oh, you looking all thick in your outfit or whatever. But then at the same time, I would have, rude guys. Like, it's this one guy I went to high school with, and he was annoying AF. I'm not even gonna, mention his name because he's cool. I have no issues with him. But he was annoying AF in high school. Like, he would just come up to my locker and talk shit all the time to me and my friends. Like, and because okay, so let me give you a little backstory. And I consider myself a social butterfly. I'm going to get the excess oil off my skin. I consider myself a social butterfly. So in grammar school, yeah, I had my clique. We were all from the same neighborhood and everything. But I also was very, social. And so I talked to everybody, And so I thought So I remember having this conversation with my mother. I know I'm all over the place with my thoughts, but I promise you it's going to be a central point. I remember in grammar school, I remember talking to my mother, and, you know, I was telling my mother, you know, this was when I was thinking about doing my blog, and I was like, yeah, you know, everybody always asks me about have I always been confident and blah, 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 and I was like, yeah, you know, I've always been confident. And my mother was like, no, babe, you were not always confident, and my life just shook a little, like, what? TJ, not confident? What? When? I don't remember that. I don't believe you. And she was like, yeah, you know, you were very young though. And when you were in 1st and 2nd grade, you were picked on a little bit for being so dark, for being, you know, one of the darkest people, if not the darkest people in your class, you know. And in kindergarten and preschool, you know, we were kind of able to shield you from that because, you know, kids were kids, you know. But as when you get older, the more you get older, you start to notice differences between you and other people. And one thing that stood out was my skin complexion. And she was like, she remembered one day I came home in tears because I had been picked on so bad for being dark skinned. And I'm just like, you know, I had my little tiffs or whatever, little grammar school BS, you know, that happened or whatever. But I never remembered, you know, being, I guess, caring about that. And my mother was like, yeah, at one point in your life you did. But, you know, I, you know, sat you down, and she was like, you know, at the time she was with my sister's father and everything, and she was like, I sat you down, me and your sister's dad, and we just told you how beautiful you are, you know, how dark, you know, how your skin is dark and beautiful, and, you know, don't let anybody tell you otherwise, and everything like that. And so she was like, and after that, we never really had the confidence talk again. You pretty much took off like a rocket, you know, with your confidence. And so I would say for me, to answer the first question a lot of people ask me, where my confidence started in my home. Definitely. My mother always told, because me and my sister are super chocolate. Her YouTube is The Real Amazing Grace. I'll leave it, leave it across the screen so that you can go and check out her YouTube channel. We are extremely dark, very pretty, very cocoa skin. And so, you know, she was basically like, you know, from there, you kind of just took off like a rocket with your confidence. And we never really went back to that conversation again. So, as my confidence built from there, so did my fashion. As my confidence grew, my fashion did too. And so I became the, you know, the girl in 8th grade who wore the Chinese, you know, the kimono to, and I'm not talking about fashion, you know, duster kimono. No, I'm talking about full kimono regalia, honey, to 8th grade luncheon, you know. And, you know, my fashion, it grew with me. So then by the time I had got to high school, fashion was still shitty for, I'm just going to say it, for girls my age. And my mother, I loved the way she dressed. I loved everything she wore. I wanted to dress like that, to be her one day. I really did. And so I would take her clothes and wear her clothes. The problem is that I was bigger than my mother at the time. And so, and I still am, you know. And so I would end up stretching out her clothes, and she would get really upset, and, you know, or stretching out her shoes and everything, and she would get really upset. So, but that's what I did, like my first year of high school. Anytime anything came up that even in 8th grade, I can remember the reason why I mentioned a Donna Karan jogging suit, because my mama had this really pretty black and red Donna Karan jogging suit, and we were going to like Great America or something for the day, for school, for our class trip, and I wanted to wear that jogging suit so bad, and she just kept telling me no, and I stuffed it in my book bag and went to school and changed clothes right before class and wore it to the, you know, needless to say, I probably got my ass whooped for that, but at the time, it was worth it. It was worth it. So, we're freshman year, you know, and I'm trying to develop myself as a freshman in high school because like my cousin and, you know, I went to the neighboring high school. I will talk about that, how that ended up happening in a whole different, you know, woman to woman plus size edition. But anyway, I ended up going to the neighboring high school, and my cousins, you know, and family was there too, and so I wanted to stand out from just being such and such's cousin, and you know, this, that, that came in handy. It kept me from getting pennies thrown at me or stuffed in lockers. You know, I never forget freshman year when one of my, somebody I knew from childhood got thrown in a garbage can. Oh my God. If you remember our freshman year Dunbar, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say their name, but that was effed up, and I could not believe that happened. But anyway, I'm going to end up doing more talking and not even get my makeup done. So anyway, when I got to high school, my fashion was still, I was cute, but I wasn't like fashionista, you know what I'm saying, like I consider myself now, but I was cute, you know, especially to be a chunkier girl. I definitely stood out amongst the girls my size, you know. There was some girls in my class who dressed really cute for their size, being that we were in the same size range, but as far as standing out, I can only remember maybe 2 or 3, including myself. And we're just talking about my class. I'm not talking about, you know, but that could be because certain things weren't as important to them as they were to me. My grades were important. I had good grades, but my fashion, you know, it spoke for me. That's what spoke. And so, and besides my personality. So that's where the confidence kept picking up. I'm a social butterfly. So when people would say slick things to me in high school about my weight, or be like, oh man, you think you cute your fat ass, you know, whatever, or you know, walking down the street and, you know, being the fat friend, you know what I'm saying? You have to realize and notice that if you hanging with girls who only hang with you because you're the fat friend or whatever, or if you the fat friend that's getting more attention than the other girls, you have to pay attention to how they react, because that'll let you know who's really your friend and who's really just around you because they feel like they might look better than you. So keep that in mind. Put a pin in that. That's important. So, you know, even in high school, you know, I was very social, and I wouldn't say I was the most popular girl in high school, even though I was on the prom royal court. But anyway, I wouldn't say I was the most popular girl in high school, but I was definitely popular. I was social. You know, that's not to say that I didn't have my share of issues in high school, because I got into a lot of fights my senior year, but that was a whole different, you know, that's a whole another, you know, woman-to-woman chat. But freshman, sophomore, junior year, I really didn't go through that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had my best friends. I had the girls I hung with on a regular basis. And I had the school, and, you know, I was cool in school. And so, but again, like I said, there was always a certain set of boys that, you know, would make slick comments. Oh, TJ got a fat ass, but TJ fat too. So, you know, like, or, you know, you cute, but then when we in public, I can't really associate with you like that because you fat. You know what I'm saying? But you cute, so we could text and we could, you know what I'm saying, mess around or whatever. But as far as, you know, being, and these weren't the guys I went to school with, these were like guys just in my regular life that would try to talk to me. It would be like, oh, you know, you're cute, but I can't take you around my friends or whatever. I'm going, you know, to chill with my friends. Oh, you know, it's a party. I come, I turn up, I'm social. You know, nah, you know, and then you come to realize you don't want me there because I'm fat, because I'm plus size. You know, just say that. Keep it 100. Stand on your manhood. Don't be a bitch, you know, about it. And so, as I went, you know, through life, my confidence grew, because then being plus size was in or whatever. And, well, not then when I was in high school, but, you know, after I left high school, you know, and so let me back up. like I said, in high school, you know, the key for my confidence was being social. I was not afraid to talk to anyone. It was girls at school that didn't like me. You know, that's fine, whatever. It was usually over a dude. But anyway, but my confidence came from me being social. I was not afraid to be in anybody's crowd. I was not afraid to talk to anybody. I was not afraid to approach anybody. If I wanted something and you had it, I'm going to come up to you and ask you how you got it or where you got it. That was just me. You know what I'm saying? And so that for me did volumes for my confidence, me being social, you know. And so my first point is, do not exclude yourself from society or from the public because you feel like because you're fat, you're not going to be accepted. If you're not accepted by a certain group of people, you don't want to be around that group of people anyway. You know, if you, like I mentioned, you know, being the fat friend, like I remember, you know, being hanging with girls and, you know, figuring out that I was the fat friend, you know. And so, you know, just be mindful of that first thing. Don't try too hard to fit in with people who don't appreciate you as a plus size woman and see the beauty that is you beyond weight. Beyond weight. Because what happened for me in high school was that, yep, I'm plus size, but I also get good grades. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I'm plus size, but I'm also quite smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? Yep, yes, I'm plus size, but I make my own money. I work a full-time job in addition to going to school. Yes, I'm plus size. Yes, my fat ass, but you was just in my ear in 4th period. You know what I'm saying? Or you was just asking me for help with your homework in 7th period. Now it's your fat ass. Don't let 7th period come around again and your dumb ass be lost, because then I'm not going to have shit for you with my fat ass. So, and I'm sorry that I'm, you know, using, you know, profanity and everything, but this is how people feel every day. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it just became a point of voicing that. Yeah, I felt like, damn, we was just in the hallway and you just said my fat ass, but now we in 7th period and you need help with your English composition book and you asking me. I got to a point where I wasn't for that shit no more. And I spoke on it. And I promise you, after that, I didn't have, if I had issues with being called fat, and it was by people who did not know me. It was by people who tried it, got checked, and then didn't try it again. And so, you know, that's what it was for me. Stand on the things that make you great. Fuck your weight. Forget your weight. Stand on the things that make you great, because at the end of the day, all of these people who are so focused on your weight are not paying your bills. They are not your spouse. They are not your parents. They are not your, you know what I'm saying, your, the people who you hold close. I don't want to say your family, because sometimes family can be just as bad as, you know, society. I know a lot of people whose families ain't shit when it comes to them being plus size. I've heard their family members call them fat, be disrespectful to them. You know what I'm saying? So I know that family can be, you know, can be a son of a bitch when it comes to your weight, or going to family events and it's like, ooh, baby, you done put on weight. I'm that meme that be like, ooh, baby, did you ever find your baby daddy yet? That's me. I always had the way I defended myself when people would bring up my weight is to come with a quick snap. You know what I'm saying? Come with a quick snap, or snap on them, period. And, you know, tell them to back their ass up. So when that happened, I developed a very much I ain't for shit attitude. I ain't for none of that shit attitude. Even my best friend would say, she'd be like, best friend, you was not as mean as you are now, because my best friend sometimes says I'm mean. And she was like, best friend, you were not always like that. And I was not. But I developed a certain level of lack of bullshit tolerance. I don't have a tolerance for bullshit. And it came as I got older. And so as I got older, a lot of people I realized were full of shit. And so my response to them would be to check them or whatever, because I felt like they was full of shit. So when I got to college, I got to college, I was not, the reserved type freshman or whatever. Shoot, my first week I went to a phone party at the other university with some friends. I was not shy or the shy type of freshman or whatever. I was very social, and again, being social developed my confidence. It helped me realize that I wasn't just my weight. And that's the thing for you. You have to realize first and foremost that you're so much more than your weight. And the best way to do that is to think about the things that you feel are important about you. Nobody else is going to see you as beautiful if you don't see yourself as beautiful first. And the best way to do that is to highlight your attributes. Highlight the things that make you special. So if you're trying to rebrand your fashion and everything and rebrand yourself or whatever, and you feel like, everything fits me wrong, everything makes me look either big as hell or like a can of biscuits, busting out of the can. Highlight the things that make you feel confident. So if you feel like you have big, beautiful eyes and, you're a plus size woman and you don't feel as confident about your body, beat your face for the gods. Beat your face for the gods. Learn to beat your face for the gods. And step in public like nobody can say shit to you because your face is beat for the gods. You fat as hell, but my face is beat, bitch. That's the best, that's the best advice that I can give you. Or if you feel like I'm real top heavy and I'm real small at the bottom, you better start wearing tube tops, baby. Get you some of those bodysuits that's cut out along the side and highlight your attributes. You know what I'm saying? We grown. We grown in KoKo's Closet here, so I'm going to keep shit real 100. If you got a big dumbass butt, but you're not really top heavy, better get you some Fashion Nova jeans. No. And you're real, bottom heavy. Invest in good jeans. Invest in good pants. All good pants are not jeans. There are good pants in the world that are not jeans. As a matter of fact, there's this line of pants called Dream Angel or something that they sell at Rainbow that I live for, honey. I might do a whole because I have them in every color. So I may do just like a whole segment on those jeans. But anyway, it's all about how you carry yourself. If you let the world beat you up about being plus size, then you've been defeated. Don't let the world defeat you. Do not let the world defeat you. And that's really, the best advice that I can give to anybody. I can't, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I cannot tell you how to be confident. I can give you all of the tools that I feel like made me confident, but I cannot tell you how to be confident. That's something that you have to figure out for yourself by highlighting the things that make you special. Honing in on the things that make you special, that make you feel special, And now that I'm grown, oh, honey, it happens all the time. Her fat ass, baby, that's, especially now that I'm trying to become very present on social media, especially through my YouTube channel. It hasn't happened yet on my YouTube channel, but, I see a lot of the plus size fashion bloggers who says it happens to them quite often. So it's something that I'm expecting. But it has not happened to me yet. But in society, oh hell yeah, I'm from Chicago, and the minute you don't give a man any attention, it goes from, yo baby, what's your name? Hey baby, I'm trying to talk to you. Come on, stop talking to me. To you ugly ass, yo fat, I'm trying to keep from cursing. Or did nobody want to talk to your black ass, you know, did nobody want to talk to your fat ass, you know, all that once you, but here's my thing. Fat women don't answer their phone either. Fat women don't text back either. You know what? Let me stop saying fat. Because I don't even like to use the word fat unless we're talking about pretty hot and tempting. Thank you very much. So plus size women don't call back either. You know that, right? Plus size women don't text back either. You know that, right? Plus size women will say no to the, you know that, right? Just like a smaller woman is having it thrown at her, so are we. So are we. And so we say no too. And so that's the biggest thing, that's another big, you know, area. Surround yourself with people who see you as beautiful no matter what. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. Surround yourself with people who apply the smallest shit you do to the biggest shit you do. And you be that person for them too. That's where, you know, surround yourself with people who see you beyond weight. And you'll learn that you're beyond weight. If you feel like that you're a loner, you know what I'm saying? You feel like that, you know, you are not very social. Have a couple of friends, you know. I would say, baby, I love my gay best friend, Henny. Well, I say, well, yeah, one now, because me and my other best friend kind of parted ways, but that's a whole nother, you know, woman to woman chat. I got a couple of these, you know, coming off the brain. So anyway, but yeah, that's, you know, really realizing that you are more than just your weight is the key to confidence. And also not trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I say that because I went through my phase where I was squeezing in my mother's clothes so I can keep up with what everybody else was wearing, because in my size, they didn't make that. They didn't make those clothes in my size. And so my clothes would be very regular. And so what made my clothes pop were my accessories. I was accessory down, honey. Bangles to the guards, honey. Big bamboo earrings for the guards. Necklaces, chokers, chains, all of that. You know what I'm saying? That was me. Because my fashion didn't speak, you know, what I really wanted to say, which is that I came here to slay at all times of the day. Oh, that rhyme. KoKo bars. But anyway, you know, and my fashion, it didn't speak because it wasn't being spoken to. You know, and now we have all of these shops, you know, that I do hauls on and stuff that, you know, help with that, and that, you know, but confidence is not just in your appearance. It's from within. You know, and you have to have a certain level of confidence from within in order to grow your fashion, you know, grow your, it's like a full circle. Everything plays into everything. And so if you're not confident, it's going to reflect in the way that you dress, in the way that you carry yourself, in the way that you present yourself, in the way that you present yourself in public settings, and, you know, or if you go in public settings at all, you know, but don't let your weight keep you from shining, because you are a diamond and you should shine bright like one at all times, no matter what. You know, and I know that that's easier said than done, and I know that's what a lot of people are thinking, like, well, KoKo, that's easier said than done, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I get it. I'm not saying, y'all excuse my brows, they not shaped and nothing like that. I'm going through a process. But I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. What I'm saying is work on it. You can't say I'm not confident and I don't have confidence if you don't care. If you're, you know, if you're not, you know, working on different ways to better yourself. Another thing that I did when I was in college is I made a box, a happy thoughts box, and every day I would pay myself a compliment and stick it in that box. My aunt does something similar. Now, I think it's called something different though. I forgot how it goes, but basically that's the concept. You can't expect anybody to pay you compliments that you won't say yourself to yourself. If you don't believe that you're something, then the whole world is going to accept you as nothing, because that's how you chose for the world to see you. Everything starts from within. Loving yourself is internal first before external. I promise you that. Loving yourself is internal versus external. When I got to college, there were, so I'll give you a couple of examples of times where my confidence was challenged. When I was in college and we got a new coach. And I'm not going to mention her name because you know what university I went to, the Central State University. So, if you didn't know, so you know who my flag coach was. If you don't, check the athletic department for a light-skinned woman with big curly hair. That was my coach. Anyway, she wanted to change the uniforms to resemble more of a dancer's uniform my senior year. I was the only flag girl left from the original bunch of us. All the other girls were my freshmen. And my flag sister who came in with me had left and joined the drum line because she was sick of our coach, basically. And again, a whole nother story time. But she was sick of our coach, and so she was ready to go too. And so she did. And so I was there by myself. Thanks a lot, Megan, for leaving me alone with that curl. But anyway, so she wanted to change the uniforms to resemble the dancers. But the dancers were wearing these midriff tops. These midriff tops with like some little skippy shorts or whatever, because most of them were like this big anyway. So they were wearing really small outfits, and so she would try to get us to get into their old outfits when they would get new ones, where they're snapped this fucking big. You know what I'm saying? And so when I would come out and be like, I'm not wearing this is too small, you could tell that there was some attitude there. There was some irritation there. You know what I'm saying? Because she couldn't transform us into her Barbie dolls because I was a certain weight. And by that time, I think I was the heaviest one, but I was also the leader. But anyway, I think that one of the other girls who was, heavier had already left the squad or whatever, left school. I forgot exactly what happened. But I was probably the heaviest one. Now, mind you, my girls were a little thicker than the dancers. And so, and it was these outfits I'll never forget. And she tried to get us to wear them for a basketball game. And I'm like, no, I'm not wearing it. I can't fit that. And this is how I know that there was some irritation from that. Because as soon as I graduated, the whole uniform changed. The whole damn uniform changed. Because I was like, okay, I can't fit that. When the dancers order new uniforms, why don't you order us some dresses? I think it'll look really nice. I think, I see you want us to come out of pants, and that's cool because so do I. But I'm not just going to wear any fucking thing. And so I think that also because we were not her dancers, we were kind of treated like second-class citizens. And so, anyway, but like I said, and so that definitely tested my confidence because I had never had a coach try to change me that much, you know what I'm saying, or try to test my confidence that much. Because when I was in high school, my coach was thick as hell, you know what I'm saying, and so she was a plus-size woman, still is a plus-size woman. Shout out to Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Linda. But anyway, very pretty woman and very pretty plus size woman. And so she knew what looked good on us and what didn't. She made sure our panties was the right panties to spank us in and everything. We had on the right tights to spank us in, everything. And I didn't really understand why my college coach didn't get that, because her ass is enormous. I had to put emphasis on that because it's enormous. So I didn't really understand. And she was a plus size woman at one point. From her pictures, I could tell. And so I didn't really understand where that was coming from. And that kind of irritated me, you know, and tested my self-esteem. Because I was in college by the time. I felt like I had already gotten past coaches and shit who would look twice at me because I was plus size. So that was one time where my size was, you know, was where my confidence was tested. But I spoke up for myself and I let it be known that I wasn't going to do a certain thing because it didn't look appropriate. And that was the end of that. But, you know, you could tell that there was some issue with that, because I promise you that uniform changed the very next year. And it didn't change to the point that it was a new uniform. It was just that now my girls was getting squeezed into those leftover uniforms. That's what that was, you know. And so, but people will try you even in your adult life. Even other adults will try you. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, you will get tested. Your confidence will come up for judgment, because a lot of people are like, how dare you be confident in your plus size? How dare you? How dare me be confident? How dare I speak up for my neck? Look real shiny on this camera. How dare I speak up for myself? You know what I'm saying? And people really feel like that, and that's bullshit. And all a part of being confident is spotting bullshit. Spotting bullshit from men, spotting bullshit from coaches, from employers, because confidence is not just the way I carry myself, being a plus size woman. It's the way I speak when I'm on camera. It's the way that I present myself to strangers. It's the way I go into a job interview. You know, me and my friend Quana, we have this little joke. Channel your inner Sasha Fierce, B. When you go in that interview, channel your Sasha Fierce, bitch. I don't like to use the word bitch, so I always just take the T out. But anyway, you get it. You know, channel your inner Sasha Fierce. And that carries with me everywhere I go. Like, channel your inner... Think about the person who you feel like is fabulous, no matter what. And channel that person. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like that you need a boost in confidence for that day, you know, but don't become that person. Don't try to become something that you're not because you think that that's what everyone wants. Don't crash diet because you think everyone wants a skinny woman. You know, not only is that dangerous, but you want somebody who's going to love you for you, not love you as a skinny woman. You know, you hear about all of these women who end up with these botched surgery procedures and stuff because they're trying to become the women that the basketball players want, you know, or become the women that, you know, are on Real Housewives or whatever, getting taken care of by whoever, you know, they done married into. And, you know, and to a certain extent, I blame society for portraying that on TV as like the only way out. No, you can get an education and get out on your own, or you can get a good job and get out on your own. You know, somebody else's money is not always the way out. And I feel like a lot of times that's what society is teaching young kids, is that somebody else's money is going to be your ticket out. And the NBA money is going to be your ticket out. You know, video vixen money is going to be your way out. All of that. And it's not. Like, it's not. You know, there's no better feeling of confidence than making your own money. Be independent. That's my next point. Independence. Be independent. Carry yourself. Make your own money. Work for yourself, you know. Because when people do for you, they think they can say anything to you and you're not supposed to say nothing. They think that they can do anything to you, walk all over you, you know, and you can't really say anything. Well, that's not the case, you know. You have to have your own. Stand on your own, make your own, do your own, and be your own person. And you don't have to worry about any of the naysayers. Because you think it's not people that still say my fat ass or get under my Instagram and have slick shit to say about me and the things I wear and the way that I dress? Yes. It does not happen frequently because I have a filter. There's a filter on Instagram that you can put keywords in that you feel like people are negative people say. You can put those words in and have them blocked. So anytime somebody says something negative, and I learned this from one of the YouTubers, her name is, I think, Gabriella Glamour. But anyway, she's a plus size YouTuber. And she said that, and she, you know, gave that tip. And so I'm giving it to you guys. Filter out what people say that's negative. Because if you never see it, it doesn't affect you. Out of sight, out of mind. And honestly, that's where those people should be. It's out of sight and out of freaking mind. Because they are no one but a hater. Block your haters. Spray yourself with your hater repellent and block those haters quick. Because if you don't, you will feel like they are everywhere you look, because they are. Everywhere you look. Every freaking where. Let's wrap this up. Everybody's asked me to do a video on confidence, and here it is. Confidence is not something you're going to find from looking at books, magazines, reading the, you know, 7 habits of highly effective confident people, confidence for teens and all of that. No. Confidence comes from within. When your mother tells you that you're beautiful, hone into that. Hone into that. Feel it. Feel that love, because there is no love like that. Like a mother telling you that you're beautiful after you come home in tears from not feeling beautiful. Hone into the opportunities that you receive compliment. And compliment yourself. Be your own best friend. Be your own biggest fan. Be that for yourself. You know, self-esteem can be an MF because it can make or break you. Confidence can be an MF because it can make or break you. But the best way to promote and be confident is to surround yourself with people who see the real you, all of it, and not just the exterior you. People who see you as beautiful. And seeing yourself as beautiful being the most important. Be independent. Stand on your own 2 feet. Be independent. And know that you're your own worst critic. Know that society can say whatever they want, but it's up to you to come home and regroup. Rebuild yourself. Rebuild your self-esteem. Honing onto your confidence, because we live in a cruel, cruel world. A cruel, cruel world, you know. And knowing your worth, and that's with employers, especially with employers. That's with men, especially with men. That's with friends. That's with family. Know your worth. Do not settle because you feel like this is all you deserve. Because if that's the way you carry yourself, that's the way people are going to really treat you. If you feel like you only deserve this much, that's all you're going to get. Ever. And I hate to say that, but it's true. That's all you're going to get. You know, is what you give yourself is all people are going to give you. And they may give less than that, you know. So to wrap this up, The way I remain confident is saying fuck the world. That's the way I remain confident. The way I remain confident is blocking out the bullshit. The way I remain confident is remembering that who I am. Remember that I'm more than my weight. Remember that I'm more than these D's. Remember that I'm more than this. Remember that I'm more than these clothes. Remember that when I'm down to bare naked me, that I'm still in no makeup, no hair weave, no nothing. That I'm still the best me. And that I'm still the confident me. And that I'm worth everything. Thank you guys again for tuning into another KoKo's Couture Closet. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy these woman-to-woman talks, plus size edition, go ahead and give this a thumbs up and go ahead and hit the bell so that every time I post, you can be the first to know. You can be the first to watch. Thank you to all my Curvy Fashion Forward dolls. I hope that this video inspires you to be great. I hope it inspires you to be the best you, to be, the best you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.